All right, and we are live. I figured I got everything done a little bit earlier, so I didn't want to have people wait. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And finally, the order that I placed with a company called ComicXposure has arrived. So I want to do a live unboxing because I've heard so many bad things after the fact about this company, and then I'm going to give my honest review. Now, oh, look at this. Santiago 537 says, first, give me that shout out. Well, there you go. And Tracy Richardson, hello. So let me put on the video camera. Now, before I do this unboxing, I just want to let people know, because not many people viewed the video I did yesterday. eBay is doing a special on their eBay bucks. Normally it's 1%. They're offering 8% off of anything that you buy that qualifies for the eBay bucks. I was told by people that it was invitation only, so it may not work for everybody. But I never got a notification, no email or anything, and it worked for me. So try it, see what happens. But make sure also, if you have your cashback program and you haven't used it before, if you signed up within 90 days, you can get an additional $10 on top of that. So it's a referral program that they do. So make sure you activate it if you haven't used it yet. And if you haven't signed up for it, there's a link in the description. Sign up, make your purchase, so you'll get the 8% of the eBay bucks and an additional $10 off if you spend $25 or more. All right, so I wanted to make sure, because only like 300 people viewed that video, and that's valid until around a little bit after midnight on the 18th. So it's still valid. It's more than one day. All right, so I finally got my ComicXposures. Now, it was actually funny because I was talking about ordering these special variants about a month ago. I made a video 3 weeks ago. And somebody basically chastised me, accused me of being paid by the company. And I'm like, I was blown away by that because I've never used them before. And I didn't know if you mention a company that automatically means you get paid for them. But some people are the way they are. So the first thing I'm going to say is, regardless of how good or how bad these comics are, I will never use ComicXposure again. Now, hindsight is always 20/20. Most people, everybody actually told me how bad they are after the fact. So I already made the purchase. Not much I can do about that. Never heard of them before. So I figure I don't go based on what other people say. I want to experience it myself, because that's how you get experience instead of just listening to other people. Now, obviously, you could take their advice, and that helps. But like I said, I didn't get any advice about this company until after the fact, and I never worked with them before. So the first thing I'm going to say before I even open this is their customer service should not even be called customer service, because there is no customer service. I emailed them about 5 times with no response. I called their number, and every single time the number, it goes directly to voicemail, and they do not return your messages. So companies seem these days to not understand that businesses thrive on how you treat your customers. It's not just the sales, because I used to be a salesperson, and I quit it because I didn't like how the industry was so dishonest and solely based everything on money instead of integrity. But to ignore your customer is not going to get repeat business, because anybody can sell anything to anyone once. But like they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And we see this with like companies like EA, with what Disney's done to Star Wars fans, how they're automatically calling you a racist or a sexist. That trend has really got to stop if you want businesses to succeed. So the first thing I'm going to say about this company is, I already off the bat, these comics in here could be in perfect condition. I would not recommend them, because businesses are more than just the sale. There is also communication, customer service, and what they call after sale. And if you are not there for your customer and they are showing legitimate concerns, then you are not a productive business, and that I am going to basically call out. Now, calling out the name of an eBayer is a little different because, you know, it's a private person. It may be somebody that doesn't really know about comics and things like that, so I give them a little bit more of a benefit of the doubt. But when you're running a business, that's a whole different story. So I'm going to do the unboxing because I've heard so many rumors about this company. Like I said, after the fact, I want to make sure I do this live, so if there's any damage to the comics, you can see it, and I can also say, look, here it is. So this box hasn't been opened. I did take off the address and everything. These are variants that I bought and recommended for people that they should get them. I don't regret the purchase regardless. So here we go. So there's 7 books in here. Let me make sure they... Okay. So they did include a free book, but that was with the purchase anyway. Alright, so they're in bags and boards. The tops are open, so they don't actually seal them. They put them all in the same direction, which, if you're packaging stuff, don't put them all in the same direction, because that's what compresses the sides, and that's what could cause damage to the comics, that little concave. So this is the free book that they added, which was part of the deal anyway. It's not like they gave it as a, we're sorry for our mistake. That is Dark Knight's Metal issue number 1. So, you know, that is what it is. But since these are all the same... Alright. Let me just see something. Make sure they didn't mess up the order, because I could have swore that I got the Virgins as well. Alright. Okay, so I didn't. Okay. So that's fine. But these are all the same comics, so I'll just show the one. Let me put this back on my camera so I can see you guys. So this is the book that I was telling people they should pick up because it is the first appearance of this character who, as of now, is unnamed. Now, I was given information from a subscriber at the time saying that this is the first time you see his appearance, his full appearance in the book. Obviously, I didn't have the book, so I couldn't read it at the time, so I took the person's word for it. It ends up the character's not in the book at all, but he is on the cover for the first time. So if this becomes a popular character, I mean, this is still going to be a very desirable book, so I'm not going to complain about that. So, they charged me a 4% tax. They also charged me a 4% county tax, which I've never experienced in my life. So that's $10 additional on top of the shipping of $6. So it cost me almost $20 to have this shipped to my house, which is why I like eBay. Because eBay, for the most part, 99.9% of the time, they never charge tax at all. Every now and then, you'll get somebody that just wants to have greedy add-ons. And a lot of times, there's free shipping. So I paid an extra almost $20 in shipping fees and tax fees. Unbelievable, because they did a New York state tax and a county tax separate. So that the first one was $464, and the county tax was actually higher at $536. That's ridiculous. So, with the free book, which basically the taxes and everything cancel that out, I paid, give me a second, a total of $17.99 a piece for these. I got a total of 6 of the books. Alright, so to be fair, the comics look perfectly fine. I mean, it would have been nice if they would have taped them down so they didn't flop all over the place. But it doesn't look like there's any damage to the book, so I'm happy about that. I absolutely love this cover. It's, his name is Lucio Perillo. So let me show this again. And yeah, I got other copies on eBay. So, I'm going to stick with eBay. Now, like I said, I don't regret it in the sense of I at least gave the chance, because I don't want to just base things on, especially people that are going to leave a comment that's pretty mean and accusing me of something. I mean, just because I mention a company does not mean I'm making money from them. I mean, that's just, it's just silly things that some people have nothing better to do. I mean, there's this one person that keeps making fake account after fake account, leaving these nasty comments that never see the light of day. But I don't regret making the purchase because I now learned through experience that my first experience with this company will be my last. So that doesn't mean you can't like them. It doesn't mean you can't use them. If you want to give them a shot, maybe your experience is better. My job is not to tell you you have to do something a certain way. My job is to share my experience, and then you can base your opinion on that. I will not trash you if you disagree. I will not trash you if you decide to use the company. To me, when you do reviews, you have to be taking the emotional part out of the equation. The comics look nice. They arrived a little bit later than I was comfortable with. Their customer service is absolutely non-existent, so there is no customer service. But to be fair, they did deliver the comics. So ultimately my goal was to get the comics. I would not use them again for the fact that their customer service is non-existent. You have no idea where the package is. They send you a generic email when it gets sent. It took longer than it should have. And I don't like the fact that they charged me almost $20 in shipping from a company I think is based in New York. Let me see. Oh, actually, let me see. Yeah, they're from New York. So a New York company for a 1.1 pound box charged me almost $20. I could have sent that to Hawaii. So, would I recommend ComicXposure? Absolutely not. Does that mean you shouldn't use them? That's up to you. Will I make fun of you or attack you or gang up on you if you choose to use them? No, because what do I care what you do with your money? So, overall, I'm happy with the comics. I'm not happy with how I was treated as a customer. I would not recommend using this company again, but I got the comics, which is ultimately what I wanted to do. So they threw in the quote-unquote free book, which averaged it out with all those wonderful taxes and fees to $17.99 a piece, which I actually got them cheaper on eBay. So people tell me, you know, there are some people all the time saying, why do you use eBay all the time? Well, to me, eBay, and no, I don't get paid by eBay. I just want to make sure I clarify that. eBay has the best buyer protection program. As a matter of fact, that other issue I had with that other comic, they already favored on my side, and I have to return the book and get my money back. I had another problem with another thing that is not comic related. It was DJ related, where the item I bought did not work. I got my refund already. So eBay has the best buyer protection program. So I am never afraid to take a chance, because if the book ends up damaged, and if you haven't seen it, let me show you this. This is the envelope they sent the comic in, and you could see it's bent. I didn't even think this was a comic, because they put it in the same size envelope. It's the smallest envelope I've ever seen, and as you could see, it got bent. No do not bend, none of that stuff. And of course, eBay gave me my money back. So I'm not afraid to take a chance on something, because if it works out, then excellent. Because how many books have you seen that ended up going over really well? Every one of them that you see, especially if they're not new, come from eBay. So I'm not afraid to take the chance. With eBay, you get to shop around. You don't have to buy from every seller. So anyway, make sure if you're just signing in, don't forget, because like I said, only 300 people saw the video I did yesterday, that eBay, for not everybody I found out, they're giving away 8% for the eBay bucks instead of the 1%. It's good until a little bit after midnight on the 18th, so technically like 1:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time on the 19th. So it does extend a little bit. I don't know why they do Pacific time, because it kind of messes everything up that way. But make sure, if you signed up for the cashback program, if you haven't used it, because right now you can't get any cashback percentage by buying collectibles on eBay. There are other things you can. But if you have not used it yet, and you've signed up within 90 days and you spend $25 or more, you will get the $10 cash back. So if you haven't done that, check out the link. And I want to talk about this because, like I said, there's somebody that keeps making up this thing. And I'm going to fully disclose this. The reason I didn't disclose it is because it would actually make people, it would actually work in my favor to tell people about this, because more people would want to do it. So I actually didn't want people to sign up based on the fact that I could get a reward for it. Now, I'm doing this because, I mean, to me, it's no big deal, and this person's going to keep making these ridiculous accusations. But if you sign up for the link in the cashback program, that's how you get the $10 cash back, because it's a referral program. If I refer somebody to that website, I get $25. But the person also gets $10. So if they didn't do that, you don't get that $10. So the reason I never disclose that, as this one stalker of mine keeps wanting to claim, is because I didn't want people to think, well, to feel obligated to sign up and say, oh, because it doesn't cost you anything to sign up. So it's not like you're doing something that hurts you. It actually helps you because you're getting additional money back that you weren't going to get before. So I didn't mention anything else about it because I didn't want people just to sign up and use it because they're like, oh, you know what, Chris gets a percentage, I'll get a percentage too, I want to help Chris. So actually me mentioning this may actually make more people sign up. So I actually didn't mention it because I didn't want people to feel obligated to sign up because it would help me out. So I just used it because it benefits people. So there's the person that tried to call me out by being dishonest and sneaky by putting it out there because it did nothing but help people. So it's just another person, and that's how you disarm a bully. So I'm not going to get any more into that. So yes, if you click on that link, I will get a certain amount for the sign up if you use it. If you don't use it, I get nothing. But if you use it, you get $10 from them. That costs you nothing, and you're buying something you would have purchased anyway. So now you understand. And yeah, Tracy, haters love to hate. But that's my point. I didn't mention it because mentioning it actually might make more people sign up. Because they might think, oh, Chris gets a percentage for doing it. So not only am I getting the $10, but Chris gets something too. Let me sign up. Let me use it. So I actually didn't do that because I thought I was doing the right thing by not making people obligated. So yes, if you click that link to join up for the cashback program, I will get $25 for the first time you use it, and that's it. But you will also get $10. So the referral program works both ways. So if you didn't use the referral program, you would not get the $10 because it's a referral program. So there you go. I put it out there. I didn't do it to be shady or hiding. I did it because I didn't want to obligate people to have to do it. Because like I said, it's free for you. You get $10 back for doing it just for buying the things that you like. Hello, McFly. So now I just disarmed another person making accusations, and that's all I care about. So that's it. You do what you want. If you don't want the $10 cash back, you don't have to use it. I was doing that to share with people. ComicXposure, I don't make a dime from them. So despite what people accuse me of, that's not the case. I would not recommend using them, but if you want to, you can. So don't forget the eBay bucks. I don't get paid by eBay to mention this. I just think it's a good idea to help people save money. And you have until after midnight on the 18th, so technically on the 19th. And Mentalist Dave says, I don't see the big deal. Exactly, that's my point. Some people want to make me into this horrible liar. So I exposed that person, so now I don't have to worry about them trying to out me by actually trying to help people. Because they think I do it for selfish reasons. So anyway, it is what it is. You know, when you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Like I said, I just didn't do it because I didn't want to make people feel obligated. So now probably I'm going to get more people to sign up because they know not only will they get the $10 cash back for themselves, but it actually helps my channel. Because when I make that money, what do I do with it? I put it into these books. I put it into videos. I try and save up for a better camera. So it's not like I'm taking any money I make, even from the AdSense or something, and I'm going on vacations to the Bahamas. Notice I make videos sometimes 2 times, 3 times a day, 3 or 4, 5 times a week, sometimes 7 days a week. So I actually take what little money I get and put it back into the business. Like they say in business, you got to spend money to make money. So if you can help me get the sign-up bonus, but it also helps you because you get a sign-up bonus, it's a win-win for everybody. So there you go. Now you know why I didn't mention it. So the person that's going around making fake account after fake account, accusing me of being a liar and stuff, now you know why I didn't do it. So you guys can make your own judgment. Do you think I was trying to be deceitful and dishonest? Or do you think I didn't view it as a big deal because it helped you? So you leave that in the comments. Now, I'm only going to listen to my real subscribers, the ones that I see all the time, not somebody that makes a fake account and makes accusations. So anyway, my review of ComicXposure is, my recommendation is, I would not recommend them. They have no customer service. They will not return your calls. Your books will be taxed and larger shipping costs. Because I could just imagine them being from New York and me being from New York, with all the fees and the shipping, it cost me almost $20. Just imagine if you live in Hawaii or you live in California, where the shipping would be even more. Then you're really, again, you have to factor those costs into the price of the book. So that's why even with the quote-unquote free book, I added the shipping cost, I added the taxes into the actual total. That's how businesses work. So, Mr. Zoo, am I real? Well, that depends. You could be a robot for all I know, so that's a little philosophical. So if you're not sure if you're real, then maybe you're not. And we'll leave it at that. So thanks for listening. I always appreciate you guys. I'm not worried about stuff. And if you want to check out ComicXposure, by all means, please do. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics, even ones from companies that don't do their best job as a company. Have a great day, and I will see you next video.